Day 481, 22 for 22. Good morning. Hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight. Don't quit. Alright, it's a balmy 70 degrees this morning. Florida winter is over, at least for a few days. Almost didn't survive it. Just kidding. I'll take Florida any day for winter. So far we've talked about planning our ascension, not our demise. We talked about the plan, using the operations order format if you have nothing else to go on. And then we talked about purpose. Purpose is a big one. Another big one that we're going to talk about is closure. In one of the groups I'm in, Veterans Peer Support for PTSD, we have a person in there named Chaos, and you'll love what Chaos stands for from her point of view. She talks about closure, and that is a very important one, because like I've said, we are the sum of all our experiences, and some are not good, some are great, some are bleh, they're just there. But the bad ones can really leave an indelible scar upon our soul and upon our psyche and all that other stuff that goes along with being human. Now, I do not have all the answers. I've told you that a thousand times. I don't have all the answers. I just know what should be done from my own experiences. And like I said, I know my experiences do not touch some of y'all's. And I'm okay with giving the advice I give because it's sound. It comes from, one, my own experience, and two, it just makes sense to be able to try and do this. And as I said, with the being the sum of all our experiences, and those bad ones sitting back there that you have trouble getting by, and there's no problem in having trouble getting by. They're traumatic experiences that, ooh, the whole neighborhood's lights just flashed a bit nifty. But you need to find a way to get the closure that you need for whatever happened with you. I've had to fight through my own bit. The demise of a marriage, the demise of a career, the demise of my health. A lot of arrows pointing down, so to speak. I've recovered a bunch of them. The health I'm not gonna recover so much as to where I would like it to be. But I've had to get closure on that as much as possible to accept that I cannot change it. I guess that saying comes in, you know, Lord grant me the strength to know that I forgot the whole day and thing, but change what you can change and don't worry about the stuff you can't change, because you can't change it. So for me, the closure part has been easier on some things and harder on others. Me not going over to Iraq as an infantry leader scars me bad. It really does. I still fight through that, and that's part of the reason I do this, because they did go, they served, I will continue to serve alongside them. Like I said, I don't have the same experiences, but different things have put me in dark spots. So part of my closure is continuing to help, trying to continue to lead people where they should be, if they let me. Now for you, it might be a completely different animal. Forgiving an attacker, which is really hard to do. Forgiving yourself for whatever you had to do over in the box to be able to come home and to bring your guys home. Forgiving yourself for living, that's a big one. Survivor's guilt is a ass kicker, but I guarantee you, none of the people that you are mourning rightfully over would want you to be standing on the edge of the cliff, looking into the abyss, trying to join them. It's, I would say, to a person, if you could talk to those that have passed that you mourn, will tell you to go live your best life, to live that life that they can't, to not worry about them, and to be able to enjoy your family, enjoy the air you breathe, enjoy the life you live. Live it because they can't. There's, my mom passed when I was 7 years old, and I'm not gonna compare that to anything else outside of me, but I guarantee you that my mom would not want me to be joining her. Not back then, not now. When I reach the end of my life, and that's the way it is, that's the way it is. Don't end it prematurely. But I can guarantee you she wouldn't be like, hey, come join me. That's, it's not the way it is. So, like I said, you got to find closure to all the different things that is going on in your life that is holding you back. You have to figure that out. Talk to a priest. Talk to the family of your fallen brothers and sisters. Do something to put that behind you as much as possible. It'll always be etched into your fabric. I'm not saying forget it. That's not at all what I'm saying. But you have to come to grips with it and be able to move on and live a successful life. You owe it to yourself, first and foremost, to live a good life, to live a life that is at least somewhat happy. I'm not saying everything's got to be a bed of damn roses, because that's not the way life is, period. But you have to figure out how to get yourself into life and live it, because you have earned it. Nobody, well, I can't say nobody, but very few people deserve a shitty life. And I can tell you, most of you that are watching this, you don't deserve a shitty life. The only reason why I say most is because I don't deal in absolutes very often. But you do need to work on taking care of you and living your life, and get closure on the things that are holding you hostage, because that's what it does. What you are dealing with is holding you hostage and keeping you away from your best life. Now, I'm not going to, like I said, say it's all roses, because it's not. But that is something that needs to be done, and it will be a way forward for you, and it's worth doing. That pain that you sit in every day that has become comfortable is not where you're supposed to be. And I mean pain being comfortable as in it's something that you're familiar with, and that, it's your, lack of a better word, blanket. Shed that blanket and find another good one that doesn't have all the attachments to it. As I said, some of all our experiences, but that doesn't mean it has to be what holds you back. Alright, so time for some push-ups.
This weather's crazy.
Yep, Florida winter's over. We survived. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. One for the airborne ranger in the sky. One for the infantry. One for the fallen. Alright, so try to find some closure and see if that doesn't set life on a little bit better of a smooth course. Please check out the YouTube channel, that_pushup_guy tough. hit the subscribe bell, or subscribe button, the notification bell, and leave a comment down below in the video on YouTube. You'll find the videos on Facebook on my page, and in up to 17 Facebook groups. Comment there, share. If you believe in this message, please get it out there. Bottom line is, please seek help if you need help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. There's no shame in getting help. Do what you got to do to be here. Bottom line is, do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. You got this. We'll see you here tomorrow. Tough out.